back to the podcast. Sorry for the 3-week absence. We were both ready, but...
No.
I was ready.
No. This is a you issue.
Listen, it's like, we've got school going on.
No, we don't.
I have school going on.
No. This is you. I could do a podcast every day. You're a slacker.
Okay.
You're a slacker. College football has started. NFL starts this week. We had all kinds of things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I understand in the summer you're getting lazy. Because you don't like baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But now, what's it been? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Slacker.
Okay, anyway. So we've got a lot to talk about. Because, like you said, NFL is starting this Thursday. We're going to go over week 1 predictions. We've got college football just started. Week 1 is done. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to give our 1 week late college football predictions. Which isn't really 1 week late. We already had,
It doesn't count now.
No, it does.
Season's already started.
I was going to say these teams either way.
It's like picking a winner of a football game at halftime when it's 28-0.
It was 1 week. It was 1 game.
There's some pretty big games this week.
Yeah. There were a lot.
Ohio State, big win.
Oregon.
A little disappointing win, but a big win.
Oregon, Georgia. Georgia absolutely destroyed Oregon.
That they did. All right, let's do your playoff predictions.
All right, college football. Starting it off, I think we just name off the 4 teams and just say who wins.
Just 4 teams. You're just going to name off 4 random teams?
No, the 4 teams that we think are going to make the playoffs, and we're going to name off the team that we think is going to win the Natty Chip.
All right, who's your 4?
All right. This was hard because my top 3 was already just set in stone, and I was thinking for a while, and I think it's going to be Clemson, not because they're that good, but because they have a super easy schedule. Their hardest opponent is Notre Dame.
I don't think their schedule is as easy as you think.
I think it's pretty easy. They play mostly unranked teams.
They play NC State, who is a pretty decent team this year. They play Notre Dame. There was another one on there. I can't remember who. Off the top of my head. Again, we should do research before we
It's
do a podcast.
Miami.
Oh, Miami's on there too.
They looked good against Georgia Tech.
No, they didn't. They look like hot garbage.
They won 41-10.
Oh, you obviously didn't watch that game because it was 17-10 going into the 4th quarter.
Okay.
Their quarterback is bad. They need to go with the freshman, the Kubiak. I think that's his last name. Because DJ, blah, 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 can never say his last name, is not good. He showed you he wasn't good last year. And the first game this year against Georgia Tech, I don't get warm and fuzzies that he's much better. I bet you Clemson changes their quarterback before the end of the year.
Okay, so if you don't think it's Clemson, who do you think it's going to be?
I assume your other 3 are Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State.
What do you want from me?
No,
those are the best 3 teams.
I would agree. It's really difficult to pick against any of those 3. They're heads and shoulders above everyone else, right?
I do have an honorable mention. I have Michigan.
You get out of here.
I hate to say it, but
get out of here.
Listen, it's either Ohio State or Michigan.
Get out of here.
But Ohio State's going to make it.
Ohio State's going to mud stomp Michigan.
After last year? Sure they don't have Hutchinson.
Mud stomp.
Okay.
Absolute beatdown.
Okay.
Laughable.
I would love to see that.
It will happen. So yeah, Alabama. Alabama's Alabama. Georgia. I don't think Georgia's as good this year, even though they absolutely destroyed Oregon this past weekend. I don't think Oregon's as good. They weren't the 11th ranked team in the country. But the SEC is going to get 2 teams in.
Yeah.
Every year they get 2 teams in. So Georgia plays on the easier side. They got Florida is about the only competition in that side of their division.
Alabama plays, I think, 2 ranked opponents, which they're both
Alabama's going to win the
low
West.
ranked.
And Georgia is going to run away with the East, and they're going to play in the SEC championship, and they're both going to go to the national championship. I think Ohio State is heads and shoulders above anybody else in the Big Ten. I think Ohio State can even lose a game, and they're still going to make it, especially after beating the number 5 team in the country this past weekend. My 4th team, going off the radar a little bit, I thought about Clemson. But I think Clemson's on the downward spiral. I think Dabo has lost his touch. I think he lost his offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator this year. And as I mentioned earlier, I think his quarterback, he's got problems at quarterback. I know their schedule may not be that tough. I think it's tougher than you think. I don't think it's Clemson. I don't think it's anybody out of the Big 12. I think they're just going to beat each other up this year. Oklahoma State, Baylor. I think they're I'm not even going to include Texas in that mix, but I think the Big 12 is they don't have a viable team. I'm going out west. I originally said it was going to be the winner of Utah and USC. And I thought USC would beat Utah. When Utah's gone now. They lost week 1. I think it's USC. USC is the 4th team.
Really?
Yes.
Are they ranked right now?
They were last week. I don't know, somewhere in the teens, 20s. But I think they win the Pac-12. And I think they are your 4th playoff team.
Oh, they are number 10 right now.
Oh, they moved up to 10?
Yeah, they're number 10 right now.
See, if we would have done this last week before they started games, that would have been a good pick. It would have been an off-the-board pick. Now I'm picking a number 10 ranked team in the country. Boo. It's on you. This is your fault.
Yeah.
All right. Who's winning it all?
I hate to say it, but Alabama. We're both Ohio State fans. We would love to see Ohio State win. We definitely have the best team in the country, but come on. It's Nick Saban, Alabama. They've been good, consistently number 1 team every year. And I personally think they should have won last year's game against Georgia, but, they didn't, of course. I think Alabama, it's their year again, and I think they win it.
Wrong.
Don't say it.
The Ohio State University. The Ohio State University. That's not a homer pick either.
No.
We're winning out.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to beat 2 SEC teams in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to win it all. We have the best offense in the country. I know they didn't show it this past weekend.
Our defense
but
looks
they
good.
have the absolute best offense in the country. I don't know how you stop that offense. I am actually shocked that Notre Dame held them to 21 points. I know it was the first game of the year. I know Njigba was hurt. I don't think Ryan Day called a good game. I think they're going to get those jitters out, those bugs worked out, and I don't know how you stop that offense. I just don't know. I don't think anybody can. And then if their defense plays anywhere close to what it did against Notre Dame, watch out, man. That was their Achilles heel last year. It's been their Achilles heel for 2 years. If they get that worked out, even if they're just an average defense, watch out.
Yeah. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a good year for college football. I mean, it is every year, but I think this year's going to be special.
I just watched 5 consecutive days of college football.
Yeah,
It was glorious.
it's awesome.
It's absolutely glorious. Even that garbage game, Clemson game yesterday.
And that very weird LSU Florida State game.
That was great.
It was very weird.
It was great.
Amazing ending.
Congratulations, LSU, on getting Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Congrats. Are we on to our NFL picks for the week?
Really quick. Who wins Heisman? Who do you think will win Heisman? I think it's between two people. I think it's between Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, but I think Stroud runs away with it. I don't think Bryce Young wins it 2 years in a row.
I don't think Bryce Young wins it 2 years in a row either. Man, I haven't thought about the Heisman. I'll go with Stroud. I don't think Stroud wins it either, but I don't think it's going to be Bryce Young again.
I don't think Bryce Young pulls an Eddie George.
Pulls an Eddie George?
Who won it twice for Ohio State?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Eddie George?
Yeah.
How about Archie Griffin?
Archie Griffin. I knew it was one of them.
Eddie George did win a Heisman.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew they both won a Heisman. I couldn't remember which one won twice.
The Arch.
Okay. Anyway, on to NFL.
Before we do our picks.
Yeah.
And this is like 3 weeks late. Thanks to you again.
Yeah.
I have to give a zip it to Roger Goodell, man. I'm so tired of Roger Goodell's inconsistency with handing out punishments and suspensions. Yes, and this all relates to Deshaun Watson. And I think I've said before, and if I haven't, I'll make it clear now. I don't care if Deshaun Watson gets suspended or not. I'm not a Deshaun Watson fan. I'm not a Browns fan. You could suspend the guy for the rest of his career. You could suspend him. Not at all. I don't really care. I have no skin in the game. But I seriously feel like Goodell pulls suspensions out of his ass depending on the mood he is in on a particular day. So Deshaun got 11 games for his thing, whatever his thing was. He's still never been convicted of anything. Big Ben, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, whenever that was, he got 6-game suspension. I think he got 8 and it was reduced to 6, or he got 6 and it was reduced to 4. But regardless, he basically got half of what Deshaun did for being accused of rape.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Rice, essentially, he never saw the field again. His career was over for what he did for assault on a woman. Not to say that's right at all, but now we've got 6 for Big Ben for assault. We've got 11 for Watson, and we've got the rest of his career for Ray Rice. Joe Mixon was caught on camera punching a woman in a restaurant when he was in college and got nothing in the NFL. He got suspended his senior year at Oklahoma, but he got nothing in the NFL. But then Terrell Pryor got free tattoos while at Ohio State, and Roger Goodell said, well, even though that happened in college, we're still going to suspend you 5 games because you didn't serve any type of punishment in college. So there's a complete inconsistency there. You got Calvin Ridley, who's basically been out a year and a half now for gambling $1,500. And then, on top of all that, you've got owners in the NFL who have essentially been accused of the same indiscretions as Deshaun Watson. You got Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, who got caught in a massage parlor with a woman doing inappropriate things. Basically the same thing Deshaun. Granted, Deshaun's were not, I guess, consensual. That's the only difference. And then you got Dan Snyder, who basically has had a decade-long environment of sexual misconduct or hostile work environment, call it what you want. And they're just trying to sweep that under the rug. I don't get it. I don't understand how they decide the punishment from one situation to the next. It drives me crazy. The inconsistency, his ability to make unilateral decisions, the impact players, teams, franchises as a whole. It's gross in my opinion, and they need a different plan. They need a different direction. They've got to get that out of Roger Goodell's hands because his inconsistencies are just awful. So Roger Goodell can zip it.
Can I just butt in really quick here? So Alvin Kamara got caught on camera.
Forgot about Alvin Kamara.
Punching a guy, assaulting a person.
Nothing.
Hasn't gotten suspended and is looking like he is not going to get suspended.
Exactly.
What? But then I hate the whole Calvin Ridley thing. Calvin Ridley gets suspended an entire year for gambling $1,500.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, look, you can't gamble, especially if you're gambling on your own team. They all know that, but still, is gambling $1,500 on your team to win a worse crime than sexually assaulting somebody or physically assaulting another person?
I guess
like
that's
Kamara?
Roger Goodell's mindset.
Apparently, it is.
None of it makes sense, but Roger Goodell, just please fix things over there.
He's not. It's been 20 years of this. So, all right, let's do some NFL picks.
All right.
So, are we just going to keep track of our?
So here's what I was thinking. And this isn't final. I haven't made a final decision yet, but we give our predictions. Whoever has the most prediction correct, has to make the loser do something every week. And then at the end of the year, we add all those up, and whoever has the most, again, has to make the loser do something, but it's more of, I don't know.
So what you're saying is
punishment.
This isn't a friendly wager.
No.
We got something on the line here.
No, there's always got to be something.
Are we picking straight up or against the spread?
Just straight up, who's going to win?
All right, let's go.
All right, so on Thursday, we've got Bills and Rams. Who do you think is going to win?
Bills.
Eagles, Lions.
No, Eagles.
Bears or 49ers?
49ers.
Steelers or Bengals?
Bengals. Dolphins
or Patriots? Dolphins. Browns or Panthers? Panthers.
Oh, the Baker Mayfield revenge tour, huh? Browns.
Okay, so Colts, Texans, Colts. Saints, Falcons, Saints. Ravens, Jets, Ravens. Commanders, Jaguars. Commanders.
I'm going with the Trevor Lawrence and the Jags.
Okay, so we have two difference here. So far. Packers, Vikings.
Packers close.
Vikings.
Ooh.
I think the Vikings win that one. Giants, Titans. The Giants just are not good.
No, but here's the problem. I'm also going with the Titans, but I'm in my survivor pool. I'm going to take the Titans. So it scares me to say the Titans because I haven't had luck in the survivor pool the last 2 years because somebody like the Titans always blows it for me. So we're going with the Titans, and we're on I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Life support.
A little bit, yeah. Gonna be very, very nervous watching that game, but we'll go with the Titans.
All right, big game: Raiders, Chargers.
Wow, I can't go against my San Diego Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
San Diego Chargers.
All right, We both agree on that one. Chiefs, Cardinals.
That's an interesting
Yeah,
one.
I was looking at this one too, and I was kind of.
Where are they playing?
I do believe it's at the Cardinal Stadium.
That's a 4 o'clock game. That would make sense. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Okay,
Buccaneers, Cowboys.
that's an interesting game as well. Never picked the Cowboys in a big spot. Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. This is the biggest game of the week. The Russell Wilson revenge game.
Oh no,
No. The Broncos sweep the Seahawks
Broncos
72-0.
Broncos blow them out.
And that's it for week 1. So we have differing on the Chiefs Cardinals. We have differing on the Packers Vikings, Jaguars Commanders, Browns and Panthers. And I think that was it.
Yeah, I picked the Eagles, but watch out, Eagles. The Lions. Be on alert for the Lions. Dan Campbell, love that guy.
Have you? I really want to watch Hard Knocks. I've seen clips of it and it looks interesting.
It just makes me love him even more.
Yeah,
He's a great guy. Crazy.
but great.
Great. All right. Well, hey, it was great to do a podcast again. Maybe we'll see you all again in another 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, we're coming back next week. Trust me.
All right. See ya.